Welcome back. Currently I'm about a half hour out from linking up with Jeff. We're going to be hunting the lease and most likely some of the public land around it. It's kind of nice because our lease is literally across the road from some public land. I left my house yesterday just ahead of a storm, and Jeff left this morning. Jeff is early and he swung by the lease. He sent me a couple photos. The corn is still standing. I've already called the motel so that Jeff can check in my absence, because I'm going to be a few minutes after check-in time. And so hopefully that means Jeff goes ahead, gets some of his stuff unpacked. I'll show up, unpack my stuff, probably get a quick shower, change clothes, and get over the lease and hunt. In about 2.5 hours, I'll get my first deer hunting in of the year. So can't complain about that. And we'll see you later. Well, it's late August and I'm up in the mountains getting my crossbow ready. So I've got 2 targets, one at where is it at? I can't see it. 20 and one at 30. I'm going to be shooting my broadheads I shot last year. These are my hunting. This side's my hunting side, this side's the practice side. So I've got 4 hunting practice broadheads, 4 practice broadheads, and 5 brand new ones for hunting. I cannot tell because it looks like it went too deep. Looks like it's all the way in. Crossbows are mean machines. They sure pack a punch. Looks like just like the 20 looked going. And that is, it looked a little bit left. See if we can figure out where this 20 hit. It's going to be tough to say, but it's definitely left. And so is the 30. A little bit left, maybe a touch high. So we'll definitely adjust our windage, and we'll shoot again to verify the elevation. Best way to get these jokers out is to just simply unscrew the broadhead, but in this case it's not far enough in. Trying not to mess up the fletchings. And with these old school things, you kind of massage the knock away, and you're basically just removing the knock from the bolt a little bit, because there's these little tiny metal things in here that need connection. Well, I'd say that's pretty dialed in at 40 yards. At 40 yards, I'll shoot that same target, or the same spot, twice. At 20 and 30, especially with broadheads on, no, because you'll either hit the other bolt or you'll cut the fletchings off the one next to it. So different ones at the closer ranges, and then I'll shoot a couple. I wouldn't shoot 3 or 4 at the same spot at 40 yards, but that looks pretty good right there. There's just purple unicorn. Going good.
That's good right there.
Right there? What you doing, Billy?
Checking in. Ready to slay some deer.
I hope so. At least look good though, huh?
At least look good. Hope you run earplugs.
Yeah, we're tight in here, son.
this is some Syrian border. Right
Man,
here.
we might as well just push these together.
Whoa, hey. Hey.
All right, we got a little more amenity than I was thinking.
Yeah,
I mean,
touch overpacked.
this is their coffee pot?
Yes.
Nice. Microwave, fridge, freezer. Oh, it's a legit split too.
Yeah.
It's not that goofy little tray in the top. Nice. This will work out just fine.
This would be, yeah. This would have been a better trip with the Jeep than the last one.
All right, we're talking. We got TV. Don't know how much we're gonna use that, but hey, we even got a couple plates up here, and we're in business. So we're rolling out. We're a little late. We're kind of a cluster getting out of the room there, but we'll get there eventually. I think this sun will keep them hunkered down for us. We'll still have 2+ hours of legal time. We'll be good to go. See what we see. What's your strategy? Browning down?
Browning down. Well, I mean,
4-point rule.
4-point rule. But I got doe tags. So.
Yeah. 4 points or does.
Does.
Bumps, everything. Spots. Spots are just aiming points.
That's where we don't fully agree, but you know, I mean, heck, for $250, I want to keep this lease maybe for a couple years if there's deer there. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe we just shoot everything.
Yeah, we got a lease. We're not rich, and the lease is but that's why it's affordable. So you take the good with the bad. It's affordable because it's not that great of a parcel, but I bet you it will produce some meat for this year.
Yeah, but I can shoot across the road and hit just about. Don't shoot across the road.
We should be able to see something. My meat situation at home is good, so I'm going to hold out on a doe. I'm probably not going to shoot a doe this trip, but another trip.
Does better be worried. I'm on the hunt. I'm telling you. Got Missouri.
Do like to punch a tag though. I got a really nice view from my spot, but unfortunately it was pretty uneventful. Jeff's in the natural blind we made back in August, and after he got into the blind, things were uneventful for him as well. We didn't hunt the next morning because we're trying to pace ourselves on the property and try to get it a little bit figured out before we go in the morning in the dark. We just don't really want to blow out deer first thing in the morning, the first day we arrive. I almost forgot, on that first night we pulled down our cameras that we set up back in August, and mine only had a picture of a doe, but on Jeff's side, besides these two idiots, he had a little more activity. These bucks aren't legal this year, but maybe they will be next year. So it's good to see the deer on the lease. Night 2, Jeff's heading over to his spot. I'm gonna head into mine. Jeff actually saw a deer last night when he was walking from the car to his spot. They were in the road. So we were too late last night, a little too late. So we're gonna sneak into our spot, hopefully a little quieter than last night, see what's going on. Unlike last night, the wind is good for me tonight. It wasn't completely uneventful for me, but there was no opportunities to be had. No? Do we gotta go find something for you?
No.
See anything?
Oh yeah. She came right down the road, right on the other side of the fence, right down the right side of the road, right there. Walked up to didn't even notice, didn't pay two minds to me. Walked right on by, got behind me a little bit, and I was like, she didn't even like blink an eye. And I turned around and looked back, and she's walking on the road, and she goes, doom, doom, and starts galloping. I'm like, oh, I spooked her. And then she goes, it cuts, and just leaps the fence off into the cornfield behind me. You couldn't have done that right here and walked up the edge of the corn?
So the next morning we go in, And kind of as I thought, I blew a deer out as soon as I went in. A few hours into it though, I started noticing in the marshy area where there's kind of like some cattails and things, it's kind of wiggling, and then one corn stalk across from me got pulled down real hard, and so I suspect there's deer trying to bed in that little marshy area. So I decide I'm going to go sneak down toward it. It's kind of a drainage for the pond that I'm sitting on. Sure enough, I get close and there's a young doe looking at me through these weeds. Eventually they bust off. Since it's about time for me to link up with Jeff, I decide I'm just going to continue to walk around the other side of the pond, and I end up seeing those deer again. So late morning, early afternoon, Jeff and I, we go scout some of the public land.
What the heck is that?
Looks like something was bedded right here. Then we found this spot that has a whole bunch of poop. A lot of poop in here.
You want to skirt the edge? Did I bite you? No. Just kidding. Just kidding. That one was on me while I was trying to get a video of this. We're in spider land. Yeah. Not cool.
I'm not overly frightened by spiders, but when they're on your hand, that's just gross.
Alright, it's Friday afternoon. Jeff and I just walked back into the spot we walked around this morning. I stopped at this point because there's a little bit of sign on this dirt spot back here. And there's a little bit of sign in here. It seems old. But the real point of being back here is Jeff is over here about 100, 125 yards. And he's in the spot that we saw all the poop in this morning. There was probably 12 or 15 big poops over there, so I'm thinking they come out over there and maybe stage before they step out. It's shady, probably got a breeze coming off the lake, so it's pretty nice. It's kind of open through there, kind of. Really opens up after about, it gets a little closed off after about 20 to 30 yards, but you can see slivers all through down there, so anything walking should be pretty obvious.
So now eventually as I'm sitting there, I see a doe come out of the woods. She cuts across me at about 50 yards. I got no shot opportunities, and then it turned out to be two does. So they're actually now heading straight across me, heading right over toward Jeff. So then unfortunately, she went through my chunk of woods, but never crossed the open area here to get into his chunk of woods. And so she got right on the edge. Jeff could see her, but she's, 75, 80 yards away. And so he sent me a picture of her just sitting over there. Eventually they went and kind of split the distance between us and just headed out due west, not in our direction. So that's going to close out this video. We have seen deer on our lease a couple of different times, or next to the lease a couple different times. So it's kind of panning out for us. We just need that shot opportunity. The public land is also looking pretty good, and we're going to explore some more public land around there. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, go ahead and give us that thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button down there, and as always, thanks for watching.